Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you doing today? So I'm super excited for this video because I'm going to be doing a comparison between two different concealers, and that would be the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair and the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade C1. I know this comparison has been done like a million times already, but I do wear the lightest shade in pretty much all concealers, so I figured if you guys are super fair or anyone watching this who has my similar skin tone, this will be helpful for you because I know how hard it can sometimes be to find if a concealer is going to be light enough, if you like the color, all that. So that's definitely going to be part of this review, is the color, but I'm also just curious myself to see about the formula of the Makeup Revolution. And I just have to mention really quickly before we get into anything, before we get into applying, as far as how much this cost, I just kind of had my mind blown because I was checking the Ulta website and it drives me crazy when drugstore brands do this. So everyone is thinking this is like such a bomb deal because it's $7 and the Tarte Shape Tape is $27. If you look at how much product is in each concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape has 0.33 ounces and the Makeup Revolution has 0.11 ounces. So there's 3 times as much product in the Tarte concealer. So if we're actually talking how much you pay for how much you get, then the Makeup Revolution concealer is $21 for the same amount of product as the Tarte Shape Tape. Of course, it's a lot easier to just grab this, pay $7 if you like it, okay. If you don't, then oh well, it was only $7. But for me, I really love the Tarte Shape Tape. Even if this is good, if it's not as amazing as the Tarte Shape Tape, I would still recommend the Tarte Shape Tape because, again, it's not as inexpensive as it seems. I see that all the time in the drugstore. You think you're getting a great deal, but then you look at the amount of product and it is so much less. Alright, so I'm done blabbering. Let's just go ahead and do swatches and then apply them. So I did swatch the Makeup Revolution just out of curiosity yesterday in natural light and it looked decent, but it doesn't look super brightening. So you guys can see. There is the swatch there. It's kind of, I would say kind of like neutral leaning pink type undertone. Definitely not yellow. It looks very not brightening at all. It basically blends into my skin tone. And then Tarte Shape Tape. This does oxidize just a little bit, but you can see right off the bat. Definitely lighter. I would say the undertones aren't too far off, but the Tarte Shape Tape is just a little bit less pink. So there's Makeup Revolution and there's Tarte Shape Tape. You can see if I blend that in, that one just like legit blends into my skin. Whereas I feel like the Tarte highlights just a little bit more. Alright, so I've got the Makeup Revolution first. I'm going to go ahead and apply this. Any of the areas in my face that kind of need concealing. And then we're going to go ahead and apply Tarte Shape Tape on the other side. These are both brand new bottles, so pretty much applying like the wand at least. So I kind of wanted to do that. I have another Tarte Shape Tape that I'm almost out of, but I just figured I don't want to keep re-dipping. I just want to show it as it is. Alright, had to stop and take some quick thumbnails. And now we're going to go ahead and use my Morphe sponge and just blend that concealer out. I guess I'll go in this with that side first. So it looks nice on the skin so far. Pretty full coverage. Okay, so that looks pretty nice. So far, I'm impressed. I'm liking how it's looking. I can definitely tell the difference between the two colors. Like, the Tarte one definitely looks more my cup of tea. I like to have that little brightening effect. Okay, you guys. So right off the bat, I can tell a difference in coverage. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I think that Tarte definitely covered a little bit better. I can really see it in my under eyes, like my, well, obviously under eyes, but like the contour where the color is, like my dark circles. And I can definitely see like the blue tones coming through more on the Makeup Revolution side. I like the shade more for the Tarte side. But I think overall, I mean, it looks nice, and I can definitely see myself using the Makeup Revolution in the future just for like concealing acne and whatnot, because it is more my skin tone, and I don't know, it just looks a little bit more flat on this side compared to this side. I really wanted to smell this really quickly because I feel like I've heard people say that smells like paint. Yeah, it's not pleasant. Kind of smells like the Wet n Wild foundation, but I mean, it's not terrible. Also, in case you guys are wondering, since I didn't point it out before, the wands are pretty similar, which I really like the Tarte wand. So there's the two wands in comparison to each other. I'm going to go ahead and really quickly just set my under eyes with some RCMA No Color Powder. Probably finish up my face real quick, and then I'll be back and I will talk more about my final thoughts and show my under eyes super close. Okay, so here's what my under eyes look like super close up. Tarte Makeup Revolution. So I can definitely see a difference in coverage. So when I started this video, I was debating on doing a wear test, but I'm not going to because I already have a clear winner, and that's going to be the Tarte Shape Tape. And I have several reasons. First and foremost is because of the shade. I definitely like the shade better. It's just a touch lighter. And overall, the Makeup Revolution shade isn't horrible because there are drugstore concealers that I've tried and the shade is just like way too dark. Like the lightest shade would not work for me whatsoever. Whereas I don't think this looks bad. So it's not the worst color I've tried as far as the lightest shade in the concealer range goes. But I do prefer the Tarte one. And then next is coverage. I like this concealer because I like full coverage. I don't want light coverage, I want full coverage. So I would say that Tarte is full and Makeup Revolution is more medium. I definitely see more bags peeking through. Maybe you can make that work by adding a little bit more concealer on this side, but I feel like I did add a lot of concealer. And then last but not least is, like I said, the price. Even though the Makeup Revolution does seem way more inexpensive whenever you look at how much product you get, and for me, the Tarte Shape Tape is something I use every single day. So if I was using the Makeup Revolution concealer every day, I feel like I would go through it really fast. So it would end up being pretty much the same price, only a few dollars off. So that's why for me, Tarte Shape Tape is a winner. You guys can tell me which side you like better, if you thought Tarte looked better like I did, or if not. I will say the only thing is I kind of have a bad feeling in my stomach about Tarte after their whole foundation thing and not releasing shades for every skin tone, and I was really disappointed in Tarte, so that definitely sucks. I already bought my new tube of Tarte Shape Tape before that happened, and I was really hoping that the Makeup Revolution would replace it in the future, but I think that the Tarte Shape Tape still wins. So that's basically everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.